everyone, it's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and I am so pumped for today's video because this has been several months in the making. I have been able to partner with BeadingSchool to curate my very own box with them, which has been so amazing, and I'm finally able to share this with you. It is available. If you just follow the link below the video, it will take you right to it, and they do ship worldwide, even though the prices on their site and things are quoted in euros. It easily does the conversion for you, so don't worry about that. But it's been awesome working with BeadingSchool and the team. They've really put a lot of hard work putting all of this together behind the scenes, and it's great to see this actually becoming a reality. So I'm gonna open this up. This is the outer packaging. And we see we have a little free gift on the top, some 8mm Preciosa chatons in light amethyst, so that's awesome. You'll get a little free gift as well if you purchase this. And this right here, this is the box that I am very excited to share. You can see Curated by Gina from Orchid and Opal. Such an honor that they asked me to do that. And I really put a lot of thought into the color palette, the pieces that I chose that I wanted to include for you all. And I have tons of finished pieces to share as well. So stay tuned for the end of the video. I will share all of those pieces there. And there will be some tutorials coming for this box, I assure you. So the theme I chose is called Moonlit Terrace, and I was inspired by a color palette maybe of an evening indigo sky that is dappled with sparkling stars, silvery moonlight, lush terrace views, maybe some shadowy, intriguing, and beautiful nighttime views lit up by the night sky. And I think you'll see that hopefully from the contents inside and the color palette. So let's go ahead and crack this box open. And here you can see what is inside at first glance and get an idea for that color palette. There's a wide variety of different things in here, including some focals, of course, Preciosa crystals, some other Czech glass, and also high quality Japanese seed beads. There's also a few additional findings to help you out that are included, but I'm going to take everything out so I can show you what's inside close up one at a time. All right, I'm going to open up the star of the show here. This is one of those L2Studio Art Cabochons that are handcrafted and just a treasure. This is the galaxy oval shape in the blue cosmos combination. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Isn't that like a night sky? So that really was like the perfect item that jumped out to me that I wanted to include. Not only for its unique shape, but also that color and that just sort of galaxy effect. These are so well crafted. I can't wait to show you the finished piece that includes this cabochon. And these L2Studio cabochons run at least 20 to 30 euros each, so they are really a high-end item and add a lot of value to the box. The second focal that I included, which I also have a finished piece that I will show you, is a 24mm pressed glass cabochon in black Picasso. I just love these Czech glass cabochons, and you can see that jet black in the background with the Picasso finish, which gives us a little bit of gray and even some little pops of yellow, some different shades of deep blue that really pull out some of the colors that I went with in this palette, and it makes for a very unique looking focal. I've also included some Preciosa stones. First off, we have the 12mm Preciosa rivolis in crystal heliotrope. You can see they are safely tucked inside. It's just a gorgeous combination of deep blue, also some deep violet, and just a hint of teal towards the center. Really brings a lot of the colors together in this palette. I've also included the 12mm cushion cut glass cabochons in crystal moonlight. Aren't those stunning? I'll show you a pair of earrings that are finished that include these, but they have that lighter crystal, very reflective look, and actually have just a hint of blue and purple sparkle included inside of that silvery shine. There's also a bag of 8mm Preciosa chatons in Crystal Vitriol Light. Just gorgeous. I can't wait to show you. I have a bracelet including these as well as a ring. They bring together some of the purple and a little bit of the teal together in a lighter overall color tone, just very reflective and high quality though. And there is a look at the back. These are just stunning. I want to let you know these boxes are in limited quantity. They only ordered a certain amount of these materials specifically for Moonlit Terrace. So if you want to get your hands on one of these boxes, you might want to act sooner rather than later. But here I have the next bag. These are the 6mm Preciosa round pearls in the color lavender. I love these Preciosa pearls, and that is one of my favorite colors that they come in. Just a beautiful soft purple color, really nice quality nacre pearls that have that thick shell-like layered coating over the crystal interior. There's also some Preciosa drops. These are in light amethyst. And there's 4 pieces included. You can see how beautifully they are cut and faceted, and they have that pointed top with the hole that runs right through there. And they are in this transparent pinkish purple color, which I will show you in a finished necklace, but I think they'd also be great hanging off of a pair of earrings. Next, for the crystals, I have a bag here of 4mm Preciosa bicone beads in blue zircon A bead 2 times. So this is where we bring in some of that teal, and I love that A bead 2 times coating. It just makes these super metallic looking and sparkly and gives these just a little bit of additional color play over the top of that aqua blue green. And the next bag of bicones, these are smaller 3mm Preciosa Tanzanite matte. You can see that lovely kind of violet purple color in those tiny precision cut bicones with that frosty matte finish. Of course, every collection needs some seed beads in coordinating colors and sizes, so I've also asked them to include 2 bags of 11.0 Miyuki Delica beads. I have a bag here of the metallic blue iris, which I think combines a lot of the different colors in the overall palette. It's just beautiful. And some 11.0 Miyuki frosted opaque glaze purple delicas. So those are the 2 colors of delica beads that you'll get. And you'll also be receiving 2 bags of 11.0 round seed beads in the Miyuki brand. We have the matte nickel plated right there, that brushed antique silver look, and then the Duracoat galvanized seafoam to pull out some of our teal color. Additionally, they've included 3 bags of size 15.0 Miyuki round seed beads. On the top, I have the Duracoat galvanized eggplant. It's this pinky purple sort of amethyst color. Next is the black matted color, so gorgeous and very versatile neutral. And then also, just like we have the 11.0s, we have some 15.0s in the Duracoat galvanized seafoam. We've also included some multi-hole shapes. I have a bag here containing a generous quantity of 5x2mm Super Duo beads. These are in metallic suede blue, so a very deep and velvety looking shade and finish. And here's a close-up look at that handful. They are in great condition, very uniform, and they will be popping up in some finished pieces, as is everything that you're gonna see here. Next, I have the Miyuki half Tila beads in matte black. Gotta love the Tila beads, those two holes that run through that half Tila shape, giving us that rectangular appearance and a neutral color that will go well, especially with that glass cab right there. And then for two hole shapes, here are the Gem Duo in metallic suede purple. Another generous handful of these velvety, deep purple beads in that diamond shape with the two holes and that bit of a raised detail at the top, the flat bottom. These are gonna show up in a bracelet and a pair of earrings. And then for some one-hole Czech glass beads, we have some 4mm glass pearls in powdery jet. So these are the Czech glass druck beads. And that powdery jet just giving them the slightest cast of like a charcoal color and sort of a toned down but still slightly satiny finish. Next, we've included a couple bags of 3mm fire polish beads. First, I have the powdery pastel gray. And these are just the lightest gray with that more muted satiny finish. You can see those faceted rounds and a pretty neutral color that will work with a lot of these other colors. I also have a bag here of the 3mm fire polish in saturated metallic ballet slipper, one of my favorites. Here is that handful, and I believe there's 50 pieces in each of these bags of the fire polish, but just a gorgeous lavender color with that shiny faceted appearance. And I love how it brings in yet another shade of purple to this palette that complements some of the other shapes and tones. And this bag was actually hiding from me. I have another bag of two-hole beads. These are the Matubo Ginkgo beads in full Labrador, so that very bright metallic silver. There we go. So you can see these lovely and shiny ginkgo leaf shaped beads with the two holes that run parallel up and down and bring in some more of that silvery moonlight or starlight shine. And I also have two bags here of 2mm glass pearls or druck beads, the matte iris purple, which again I think brings in a lot of the different colors together, and then the fine brushed silver plated 2mm. Here are the brushed silver. Aren't those just so gorgeous? Those are really going to pop against some of these deeper tones. And then here is that handful of the matte iris purple. Beautiful brushed tiny druck beads with the purple, blue, green, those sorts of shades all coming together and offering another size for us to work with that will help us create some beautiful pieces. That is all for the beads, and I also had requested a few simple findings in silver tones to go along with the beads to get you started or be able to create some things directly from the box. So first I have the pair of 20mm earring hook navettes in the silver color with a lovely crystal included that I will show you up close. The silver is smooth and glossy, and you can see those sparkling crystal navettes. Oh my goodness, they are so pretty. We also have an antique silver clasp with a lovely dotted detail design that will add some beautiful metallic finishing detail to a bracelet. Here's a close-up look at the toggle clasp and the bar, the same on the front and the back. You know, I also love to work with chain, so we have 50 centimeters of chain in a platinum color. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so shiny and smooth and great if you want to make a beaded pendant and simply want to slide that right onto a chain right away. And then just a couple of staples in the platinum color as well. We have two lobster clasps and also some oval jump rings. There we go. And I love the oval jump rings with the opening on the side. I feel like they are a lot more secure than when it's a round with the split that could end up anywhere. Those ovals kind of hold the links in place a little bit better. So those are the contents of the Moonlit Terrace themed box that I've had the pleasure of putting together with BeadingSchool. It was hard to settle on just one color palette because they have so many beautiful things in their shop, especially those art cabochons, but I think this is a different palette, something I haven't really come up with before with any of the things I've curated, and I'm really happy with some of the unique pieces that came out of this. I have at least 10 to show you, maybe 12, that will give you some inspiration, and like I said, I will be back with some tutorials that use items exclusively from this box. So right now, let me go ahead and show you some of those finished pieces so you can get an idea of what you can make from the contents. All right, so we're going to start it off with the piece that contains that Galaxy Oval L2Studio Cabochon. Super happy with this one, especially used the Super Duo, some of those brushed nickel 2mm, as well as a selection of seed beads to bezel that out and really try to take advantage of that very unique shape and not cover that up. So that is a look at the front. And then here is a look at the back of the piece, and I simply just added a couple loops of seed beads so that you could add that to a piece of chain. You could also make a more elaborate seed bead rope, or instead of using this as a pendant, you could use this as some type of brooch or other component in your jewelry and connect it in a different way. But that's just one example to get you started, and I can't wait to show you in about a week or so how you can bead around something like this as well, especially since it's such a unique shape. I have 4 other pendants that I'm going to show you, some of which could also double as other things. I've got 2 pairs of earrings, 3 bracelets, and then 1 actual necklace. Let me continue on with the pendants. So this is the piece that includes that Czech glass jet black round cabochon with that Picasso finish. You can see that I really played up a lot of the black and the gray in this piece, but I did also bring in some of those delicas with that more iris finish. I used some of the half Tila beads as well as the 3mm pastel gray color selection, and then just added a simple bail there at the top. Again, you could add that directly to the chain that comes in the box, or you could make yourself some type of a seed bead rope. Here is pendant number 3, and this one includes one of those sparkling Preciosa stones, as well as more of the super duos. We have the larger black drux, the iris drux in that smaller size, and some of our seed beads. And this is a particular design that I shared in a totally different colorway several months ago when I had made some pieces from BeadingSchool contents, but now I'll actually be able to come back and show you how to make it in the tutorial. Here's another fun piece that you could use as a pendant that also includes that same crystal stone in the center, more of those black and matte iris round druk beads, and also some seed beads. And here's a look at the back just to give you an idea. And of course, you could connect this in multiple ways to beadwork, even using this in addition to some other beadwork if you decide to do that on the side. So really versatile type of piece. And then here is the 4th pendant, using some more of those purple shades. I used the gem duos as well as those 15-0 seed beads in that eggplant color, and brought in some of those tiny matte frosty Preciosa bicones and the ballet slipper 3mm fire polish beads. And now for bracelets, here is one that I came up with that includes both the gem duos and the super duo beads, as well as some of those 11-0 matte seed beads. I also have the 3mm pastel gray fire polish and some 15-0s in the black color. Finished off this bracelet with the clasp that is included in the box. Here is another more elaborate bracelet. This is one using the gem duos as well as all those gorgeous 8mm chatons. Also brought in some more of the delica beads. Here you can see them in that purple color. and some other 15-0 seed beads like the ones in the teal, and of course those metallic silver ginkgo beads. There's a look at the back, so that really brings a lot of different things together in one piece. And as you can see, I finished this one off with one of those clasps as well. Here's a look at the third bracelet. This one is using some of those lavender Preciosa pearls that I love so much, kind of more of a tone-on-tone piece with some of those ballet slipper fire polish beads, some of those tiny eggplant seed beads, and then some pops of silver with those brushed silver 2mm drucks. Finish those off with just a small segment of chain and a lobster clasp on the other side. Next up is this pair of earrings that contains those cushion cut crystals, also some of those 4mm AB 2x coated Preciosa bicones, those earring bindings that are included with the crystal navettes, and also some seed beads. Next is this pair of earrings including some black and purple. These are a really unique design, I think, with the gem duos and the purple that really pop against the black in the background. We have the half telas as well as more of the drucks and even some of those little teeny eggplant metallic seed beads inside. I use some basic ear wires at the top, and you can see it's kind of a double-decker type of design with a smaller round component at the top. Next up is a ring design that incorporates one of those 8mm chatons as well as the two colors of Miyuki Delica beads and a few 15-0 seed beads. You can see that it is slightly open on either side of the band, which is done in an odd count peyote style. And this is one of those pieces where I had a few things left over and could still make something, and that's how this ring came together. I'd also shared this design previously in another colorway once again, and haven't done a specific tutorial on it, so hopefully there will be something coming. And then last but not least is this necklace, which is fit for a princess. This one includes the Preciosa drops, more of the ginkgo beads, as well as the light silver drucks, some of those pinky purple 15-0s, a lot of the ballet slipper 3mm fire polish, and all woven together and attached to the chain at the corners. So there's that necklace on the display so you can get an idea for how something like that lays. Super happy with that one as well. And I should mention that with the two pieces that include the ginkgos, I did use more than the box itself contained. So you'd need to choose between one or the other if you wanted to make a design like that. And then of course I have two of the same clasps here. You get one in the box. I did need a few additional of these matte silver tone seed beads and some of the 3mm fire polish just because of how they're used in both of these pieces. But other than that, you can still make a ton from the box. Almost everything here, quantity-wise, came directly from the box, but I just had so many ideas going and wanted to run with them that there were a few things I had to grab a little bit extra of to finish up. But hopefully this gives you a very good idea of some of the finished pieces that can be created from these contents, gives you some inspiration and a sneak peek at some of the tutorials to come. Definitely coming back with one for this piece and this piece. And I'd love to hear your comments down below for any other tutorials from designs you see here that you'd like for me to come back with sooner rather than later. These will all definitely be added to the list, and tutorials will come out as soon as possible, but it may take some time. But at least you'll have about 3 or so that will be coming up in the near future to help you out with some of these box designs. All right, so that's it for the contents and the finished pieces from the Moonlit Terrace box. Like I said, months in the making, and I hope you all are excited about this box as well. If you want to get your hands on one, go ahead and do that as soon as you can. Again, the link directly to the box will be right down below the video, and I'd love to hear what you think about it or what you think about the finished pieces or anything else you'd like to say, so please feel free to leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe while you're here because I would love to have you back. I can't wait to be back with more tutorials directly from the contents that you see here. So I will see you all again real soon, and in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.